the start. Ferrari president Luca de Montezemolo wanted a car to take Ferrari into the next millennium. It had to be lighter, faster, easier to use every day than the fantastic 355. And on top of all this, it had to give a heightened sense of driver involvement. This is the F1 version of the 360, with the second generation of Ferrari's 6-speed paddle gear change. But for me, I'm already rather missing that beautifully tactile gear lever with the fantastic slotted Ferrari gear change, all part of that emotive joy of driving a Ferrari. But having said that, this automatic up change is very effective, very smooth. Up with the paddle on the right, down with the paddles on the left. Very smart.
Joel and Spike.
There's Formula One style technology in the engine as well, with a fly-by-wire throttle and reduced internal friction helping to boost the power of the 3.6-litre V8 to a magical 400 bhp. The 360 is also 80 kilos lighter, with aluminium replacing steel wherever possible and extruded sections forming the bulk of the chassis. There are beautiful castings where the suspension is fitted, and that's aluminium as well, with double wishbones both front and rear. And all that hidden beauty is matched by stunning looks. For me, the true measure of whether or not I like the shape of a car is if I want to wash it. My 360 would be forever spotless. Styled by Pininfarina, it's a stunning riot of curves that have been honed here in Ferrari's wind tunnel.
oi3.
Ferrari spent over 5,000 hours in the wind tunnel perfecting this glorious shape, creating all the airflow through to cool the engine. But at the same time, they were creating extra underbody airflow to increase the ground effect, the pressure that forces the car into the road. And in fact, they managed to quadruple the downforce that the 355 had. But it still isn't actually that much. You won't feel it on these public roads. Even at 180 miles an hour, 360 has still only got 180 kilos of downforce. On a car that weighs nearly 1,400 kilos, that's not a lot. Indeed, at a more modest 60 miles an hour, that downforce tails off to only around 50 kilos. But then I guess every little helps. More impressive, however, is how everyday usable the 360 is. There's loads of room inside, the instruments are perfect, and unlike the 355, the steering wheel adjusts for both rake and reach. But does this practicality come at the expense of the performance that created the legend? Time to switch off the traction control, put the suspension in sports mode, and put the handling to the test on Ferrari's own Fiorano circuit. Changes are a bit jerky with this F1 box. It's something that I think you have to slightly lift off to. It's not a flat shift, but it's the down change that is so impressive. We're in third. Oh, a blip from paradise. Second, first. Every blip and down change perfect. So we can get that power on. And immediately this chassis on a racing circuit is just balanced to joy. The steering feeds everything back. And you just could not have a better handling car. It's the combination of 400 horsepower and a really wide torque band that makes this car so drivable. You can pick the throttle up, the power is instantly there. Of course, when compared to a racing car, the 360 suspension, even in its sports mode, is still relatively soft. There's quite a bit of body roll, but that allows the car to be very easily controlled and sliding with so much confidence. For absolute perfection, though, I think I prefer to have a manual change and be doing these blips myself, because part of the satisfaction of performance driving is having complete control. want this car back. I mean, it's used now. And these tyres can't be worth anything. I really didn't want to give the 360 back. If I had £100,000 to spend on any car, there would be no choice. This is the new best car in the world.